You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can.
All right, great. Let's see. Okay, so this is what we'll do today.
Sounds good.
Hmm?
I was just saying, sounds good.
Uh, um, so, yeah. So the first thing is, I think there's something wrong with the template. Something I think got broken.
Okay.
So I'll take a look and see what can be fixed.
Okay.
Let's see. KRC. Because what I found is happening is this template is supposed to automatically change depending on who's viewing the email, and on a
Oh.
computer it's supposed to show normally, like
Yeah.
normally, and then on a mobile device it's supposed to show on a smaller format, so that where is one? Here. And in a mobile device it's supposed to like shrink, and the shrinking does happen on iPhones, but
Uh-huh.
it doesn't for some reason happen on the Gmail app. So I think
Oh.
that's possibly where one more gang was getting all the broken things.
Mm-hmm.
um so that's one thing, but uh yeah, so that's one thing. Let's go over some best practice, because I kind of just gave you two and didn't provide uh, beyond minimal training. So I noticed there are things that are kind of like going astray. So one thing is use the template menu. Um, so I noticed you're looking at the emails, sent emails, and then click reuse for the last email and so forth. But this is
Mm-hmm.
not good, because if there's anything that you broke in the previous design, well, at some
Mm-hmm.
point, that
Mm-hmm.
um, broken point will transfer over to the new email, and it will stay there forever. Whereas if you use a
Oh.
template, so
Uh-huh.
it's create new email and grab the template from here, then it will always have the good one to start off from.
Okay.
So just type newsletter from here, and you see Nakase Gaming Newsletter English, Nakase
Mm-hmm.
Newsletter Korean, and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. So this is the one. Um, Now, if you wanna make edits to this template, it's fairly easy. Just make a new email, pull up the template, make the edits, like the Twitter icon and stuff is broken.
Uh-huh.
So let's replace that actually. Let's do that right now. So this is the Facebook icon.
So I think Ashley tried to replace that too, but even though she saves the drafts, they don't stay when we
Well,
try
let's
to
see.
make a new one.
Facebook. Oh, it's bigger. 23. So if everything that you're talking right now is being recorded back there.
Okay.
No, I mean the Jingyung and Ashley.
Oh.
Yes, I think. That's okay. It's gonna be in the training video forever. All right. Twitter. Oh, this one is good. I'll type in with this one then. Maybe this. Yes. Oh, it's not the same icon. Okay. So once you make the edits to whatever, you can hit where is it? Click this button, the little diskette icon, and
Yeah.
then update. And you're saying it wasn't saving? So let's see.
I don't think I tried it, but Ashley did.
Let's see. Well, new email. And we edited the English one, I think. Yeah, it's there.
Oh,
I
great.
think it's
Okay.
working. All right. So that's one thing. So use the template. Uh, the template menu. Another best practice is every image needs to be the same size, or at least smaller than the specified size. Like the size specified by the tag. So you can double click on images and edit the size here, but this actually doesn't actually change the real size of the image. All it does is that, so say this image is 1000 pixels wide, 4000 pixels
Yeah.
wide. So it stays as 4000 pixels wide, and it's just that the whatever, like when you send this email with 700 pixels wide, the email reader program, like the iPhone email app or whatever, will load up the 4000 pixel image, and so it will take a long time. And then just kind of squeeze it in the 700 pixels. In websites, this is seems to work fine, but on responsive and on emails in general it does too. But I think in the special design, which is a responsive design, in which it responds to the kind of um, to the type of email client that you're using, I think this causes a problem. So you need to actually open it in Photoshop. So this
Um,
image,
if I don't have Photoshop, can I do it on another
yeah,
program?
any program that can edit images.
Okay.
Um, what do you use to edit images?
I haven't done it before. Oh,
Um,
Ashley showed me something online, like a thing on Google.
Google. Let's see. Image shrink tool. Oh.
Yeah, I think it
Mm,
was one of those.
what does this do? Let's hope it works. Alright, so I just downloaded the image you saw here. So it's down here in Chrome. So I'm gonna grab it, drag it down here. Okay. And then resize. Custom size 700 pixels wide, 700 pixels wide. Okay, resize. What? That didn't work.
Mm,
Well, anyway, we'll go over how to get you an image editing program for you. There's a lot of options out there. Anyway, so grab the image from here. Uh, there. Resize to 700 pixels. Save. So actually, let's test this. So I'm gonna send myself. Um, can I send it? Hmm. Oh, I'm not sure why the button is not working. Anyway, so I did the resize, which is over here. So click on the image, then click this image icon. Then you will pull up the settings for this. Browse server 2017. Where's the thing here? There. And this image is now 700 pixels wide. Yeah. And always you need to delete the height portion.
Okay.
Because that's kind of required for it to respond naturally. So that's another thing to do. Next, same size. So when you're bringing text from Word, so does your workflow often involve typing the content on Word and then sending it for around to your ED for approval and then pasting in to the newsletter?
I usually do it through Google Docs, so we don't really
Okay.
download the
So it's like you edit as a team, you mean?
on the same doc, not downloading the the Word file.
Okay. So so there's two rules for bringing text over. Bringing text from outside applications. So like Google Docs, Word, etc. So main text, bring it, paste it over Notepad. Do you use a Mac?
No.
Oh, okay. We use Windows. In the case of Mac, I think there's a program called textedit, I think. So we have this text here, and let's say we want to send this to the newsletter. Always open Notepad and paste it here, and then copy again, and then paste here. That way, you don't. Oh, great! It's already kind of doing that for you. But oh, what happened there? Huh? Yeah. So paste this way. That way, like if either Google Docs or Word, they come with their own font settings. And when you copy and paste from them, they come with their own things. So like Hi Sugyong.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Sugyong needs to do a call with Mr. Chung, right?
Sure.
Right. So when you copy and paste this text from Google Docs, and you just copy it directly, what it does is it seems to look fine, but there's some extra settings which will mess up your. Actually, this is not too bad. This looks. That looked okay. Let's see.
And I still do Control+Shift+V, right?
Oh yeah, on Chrome, yes. That if you do Control+Shift+V, you don't need to go through Notepad. That's the same thing. Or Control+Shift+V in Chrome.
Oh, okay.
In Windows. Let's see. Copy. Yes, that works. That works perfectly. So no matter where it comes from, if you do Control+Shift+V in Chrome, it will paste as whatever. So yeah, here we can see the formatting getting mangled because the original Google document had only this part was folded, but here for whatever reason the whole thing is folded for some reason. I don't know, I messed up something. Google Drive is fairly clean. Anyway, so do that, paste without formatting, and then do the formatting using this editor. Um, often you find this editor space to be a kind of too small, so you can use this on the lower bottom right. You can use it to resize, and also this button will make it full screen, so you can just focus on the editing.
Oh, cool. Okay, I think this might be for number 3, but I think Becky wanted to like kind of change the template completely and move around things. But I feel like things are very fixed. Like I can't shift things around and drag it to new places easily.
What does she want to move around?
I'm not sure like what's specific. I know like she wanted everything I don't know, she just wanted things a lot simpler. But like all the like if you go down, yeah, like that green line right there or like the blue thin line later on, like how can I like delete them or move them too? And then like the image can only go on the left column and the text only on the right column, but I guess like making that a little more flexible.
Let's see. The green column is easy to delete, so we can go over that. So moving the image to left or right, you'll need a new template for that. And it's not that easy. It's easy to make a template that does have the image on the right, but there's no guarantee that the template will look the same on every browser. So there's a tricky work going on sending the same email and making it readable on both mobile and the desktop, and that's what this template has accomplished. And there's this is not the only template. There's more templates that we can use, but they all come in whatever format they come in. So it's kind of different from like when you edit something on Constant Contact and you move different elements. There is something in the works that will allow you to do that, but it's unfinished, and so I'm guessing it will be finished in like the next, I don't know, a few months or something. So here's a demonstration of how it works. So I asked our support team whether we can start using it, and they said, wait until it's finished. They're in beta phase right now. But it works just like it used to work with Constant Contact. So this is how the experimental feature works. So there's elements on the left, you just grab them, drag and drop, and so forth.
What I've got is kind of inline editing when it comes to being a robust
Oh,
framework.
cool. And that's gonna take a few months.
Yeah.
But then, okay, so for like in Powerbase, you said there were other templates, right, that are compatible for both phone and computer.
Yes.
Could you upload those too then, so we can try out the different templates?
Sure. You could maybe you could have me in the because I asked support about other templates that we could use, and turns out there is a whole sector of people who design these templates. So all you need to do is Google responsive open source HTML email, and there's a ton of things out there. and I took a look at a couple. And I'm like, wow, this is a lot of stuff. And they, for example, there's this one which has a different focus from what we were expecting. We just want to do email newsletters, but this guy have a whole set of like, well, a template for sending donation receipts, a template for sending event registration confirmations, a template for sending this and that, and a whole set around that. Mm, so I think we can take a look around, and then maybe you can pick like one or two, and then I can work with you on. Maybe you can even ask support to bring those over, or maybe me, to bring those to CiviCRM, which it won't be that hard. It's basically just, for example, it's simple. So look, download. Here's the HTML, copy and paste into the HTML section, and boom, done. Yeah, and then do the edits on whatever, and then do some adjustments because we're in Power, and there's some things that are like Power specific, like this forward button where it needs to link and things like that. But yeah.
Oh, what's this website?
Oh, I just googled responsive open source HTML email, and then there's like all these resources. So this is what you need to search for. I send you this text file after we are finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me save this just in case the computer breaks. You know, it's been raining, so we never know when we're gonna lose electricity. Yeah, we are out of electricity on Monday, and internet.
Oh.
Yeah. Email training. Okay. All right. So let's go over that in a moment. Other best practices is, I still think that the Nagasaki email newsletters are still like it's trying too hard to cram things in there. So
yeah. Oh yeah. So in terms of text, we're gonna like decrease text a lot like a lot, and then only have like maybe one or two sentences and just link everything to our website.
Oh, okay.
For things like this though, this is a statement, and I think starting this year we're gonna send statements to media and e-listserv subscribers, so that's why that's kind of
sure,
very wordy.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one of the more traditional newsletters. Here yeah, here it is. So yeah, things like this. So my recommendation for this section, which is where you're having the most trouble, fitting everything together, is yeah, I guess you could make more sections, which I'll show you how to make the sections. But also consider like posting this thing on the website, this whole thing with all the pictures, and on the website you have more flexibility with you can put the image on the left, right, and so forth. And here, just put how do we summarize this? Maybe just the first story, or like click here to read updates happening in Virginia, Los Angeles, and whatever. I don't know, something in there, and just one image, and then go to the story on the website. And that's good in multiple ways. In one way, the first thing is that if you do that, it is easier to edit this email. Number two, you run less of a risk that your email will be trimmed at the bottom, or somewhere in the middle, even if the email is too long, which Gmail does, and I think some other email clients also do when it's way too long. Number three is anything that we send out by email should be available on our website. So like even if they're not subscribed, they'll come to our website and be like, oh, this is what's going on. Because otherwise it kind of looks like, like everything is, all of the important things are happening on the email. But if they're not subscribed to the email, it looks like Nakase is not doing much. But we are. So yeah, I recommend trying to like sideload stories, full stories on website, which is what you said you're gonna do. But that's another best practice. And lastly, how to add rows in the current system. So let's go over that. So I'm gonna make a grab one of these. There we go. So this one has 4 rows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows. So another weakness of this template is that this part is kind of weak. This part is very fragile. So even if you start typing from the beginning, you won't carry the formatting. I probably have noticed already, right? It looks different. There's blue and this is kind of green. So so I told you that for the main content, for like these areas where it's black, copy and paste directly, right? Now, for these areas, the titles, the green link text, and so forth, what I recommend is typing manually what needs to be here, and also type in the middle of the text. Like if you type at the end, well, here it's fine, but if you type at the end, the formatting will not be preserved for weird reasons why this behaves. So what you need to do is type in the middle. So like sign now, and then delete what's around it. So this is this is how you should edit these portions, which is kind of inconvenient. Sometimes you can run into typos, but yeah, this is how you preserve the format. So titles, linked text, type manually in the middle of the text, and then delete the old content. So let's go over how to add rows. So let's add one more row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows here. So you go into the source menu. I'm going to maximize it and search. So press Control F on the Chrome browser, and this search bar will push up and search. What's it called? Each of these are there's foot no there's not foot. There's comments that describe each section, and this area is called hero story. Oh, and these are just called story 1, story 2, story 3 in text. So what that is just type story 1, and there's this little thingy which doesn't do anything. This is how you comment out descriptions of what's in the code, and it goes from here all the way to the end where it again says story 1. So from here all the way to down here is the rows that comprise that the first row, and then there's story 2 down here, right? Story 2. Another way to visually see this is there's indentation that grows as you go into the code, and then it forms kind of a pyramid where it goes back and then it keeps going closer to the left until it hits the most left space, and then you'll notice that then the story ends, and then story 3 begins again here. It doesn't have to be formative. It could be like this too. Story 2 up here and on its own line, story 3. So there's story 3 ends here, story 4 ends here, and then the footer area starts. So all you have to do is copy a story from the beginning, from like here till the end, copy it, and then paste at the end of another story. And it might look a bit confusing because then you have 2 story 4s, but the program is fine. It's just that you might get confused when you're looking at the code. So if you want, optionally we can also rename this like story 5. I don't know, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. And regardless of whether you edit or not, you'll now find that there's a new row with the same things. And what is this
so you
weird?
just copy and pasted that, right?
Yeah, I just copy and pasted that. And this row has something weird going on. So actually, oh, that's extra space I added earlier. Hold on. Story 4. Or did I? I didn't. No, actually, let's not copy story 4 because there's something weird going on there. Let's copy story 3. Story 3. Select up to here. Copy. Then make another copy. So I just paste it. And, oh, sorry. It's not the button. I get these 2 buttons confused. This story, so now it's copied over. And we can, edit this.
Okay.
So this is how you edit rows.
And then what about at the bottom? There's like a gap. The gray space. Can we get rid of it?
Yes. So this template used to be. Let me show you what the original template looked like. I think while we're transferring the template, I made some mistakes and ended up in some areas that are broken. So now I think I learned more, so we can go over this more in detail. Let me deactivate the CiviCRM newsletter format. Where is it? Sample responsive design newsletter, 2-column template. Enable this. Enable this. Oh, this is an old one. Okay, so now that will show up. Refresh. Let's select another template. Just watch out that often people start editing the email and then they select a template. When you select the template, everything in the email will be overwritten, so you might lose content by the template, which probably has an old content. So newsletter, 2-column. Yes, this is the format from which we copied our format and start our own. And somewhere in the process of editing it, I think I made some mistakes. So I noticed that there's some things like the bottom area, left area. So I'll go over those areas and make sure that there's that is transferred properly. There's one more here. It's a single column. It's another format. These are more simple format which forces you to have a full width image. And this, oh, yeah, this is super old, so don't use this. Now editing the green area and things like that, I can show you. I'm realizing that it might be a little bit harder to follow. So for example, let's say for this newsletter, because this main area, the full image story, which they call it a hero story, there's the main headline up here and a sub headline down here. And sometimes you're like, I don't have anything to add to the sub headline. Can I just delete it? In which case, we can find the text that belongs to this. And it helps if you copy and paste the text that's current in the subheader. So you can just search for it right away, and it's right here. And I just know that you need to delete this area, and the reason for it is that this TR is the code that stands for the row or the table row, and then TD is a cell. So whenever we delete an entire row, you need to make sure you delete the entire cell. I mean the entire row, which goes from here to there. And then you also notice that there's some space here on the top and bottom, right? And probably that's what these things, these areas that are called spacing are. So if we just delete the this row, you'll have some awkward looking extra space. See, there's some extra space that's kind of awkward. So we probably need to edit one of those spaces. And how do I find this now? Where's the hero story? I'm looking at where this ends. Oh, here's his hero story. It just ended here. So it's here. Yeah, here's the stuff we deleted. So delete this row, and that will get rid of the spacing. No, this row. Sorry, that's below the text. This row. So maybe I should show it side by side. That'll be easier. Let's see. Okay. Here. All right. So where were we? Here is basic. So this text where it says February 27th, blah blah blah, is here. February 27th, blah blah blah. And where's the image? Here's the image for this. And all this code that's in between is what makes up these two rows that are empty. So we grab from this row to this row. And we also can tell by these comments that say the spacing that this is meant for to create a space. So we delete that, go back to original, and now there's only one row space, so that will look less awkward. So yeah, editing those extra comment areas can be a little bit hard, but I hope the adding rows, adding more story rows should hopefully not be too hard. So find the story 3 block, copy and paste it. Then removing elements from current design, shown on video, yeah. So what do you think? Do you think you can do the adding story rows? Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah, I think I can add it. Guess it's just still not very flexible.
I know, yeah. So, yes, it's definitely more work than editing something on Constant Contact. Unfortunately, yeah. So let's do this. Oh, so let's for next steps. Try out editing with the new best practices. So like if you wanna remove those like some green space or things like that, just contact me and I'll try to work on it when I have time. Removing extra bars, etc. Rows. So let's try that for a bit. See how the Mosaico new template plugin develops. This is what I showed you earlier.
Uh-huh.
The easy to use one.
Yeah.
It just entered into a beta status. 2 months ago, I think, November, October-ish. And before it was an alpha, it was really not working. It was just some parts were working. So we'll hope that helps things. And yeah, if none of this works, then consider moving to another provider.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a bummer because I haven't still provided training on this, but there are a lot of cool things that we can do when you're on Powerbase. So because we have their information beyond just email and name and things like that, we can send them, for example, to the donation form where the information is pre-filled. Well, all they have to do is enter the amount and credit card and select submit, things like that. So it kind of makes it easier for them to donate or to register for an event and things like that, which I can provide in another training. So all that is kind of not possible if you move to a third provider. But if it makes your work hard, I guess you'll just need to move. So why don't we try this for some time? Do you wanna set a time or just see how it goes, or do you wanna set a time?
So I'm working on another e-news for next week. How about I try like moving things around for that, and then I'll like contact you if there's anything wrong, and then if needed, we can work on this again.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Do
you,
you have any
Young-oh.
other questions?
No, I think that's it for now.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Bye.
Bye.